So when I think about last year's gala, I think about wondering, would people feel comfortable talking about mental wellness and mental health?
We didn't know what was going to happen. We hadn't been together in 2 years, but we held our breath and we knew that what we were doing was the right thing. And what we were doing was launching the One Door program, which was to become our work in mental wellness.
But people were quiet as the programming was going on, really understanding how important it is. And maybe a little bit of disbelief themselves that we're actually talking about this in a big public gala. And the record-setting amounts that were made just blew me away.
It was not only the belief that we were the organization on the North Shore to be able to address mental wellness and mental health, but that we had all of these people who so firmly believed it and put their resources to show us that we believe that you guys can do this.
You know, last year was a great burst of energy, but that's not what's required. This is the long haul, and this is the first step through the door, and this year is another step through the door, and we're gonna keep walking through that door because this is a complex issue with lots of different facets to it, and we need all of our energies, all of our who we are to be part of this today, tomorrow, and the next day. And so last year was awesome. Tonight's gonna be amazing, and there's so much more to come.
Well, we know that there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the area of mental health, and it's not going to be done overnight. It's not going to be done in a few weeks or months or even a year. And so our commitment to the One Door campaign for the Y really is a combination of the intense need and our trust in the Y and all the good that the Y has done and continues to do.
The YMCA never disappointed me in 35 years. And the YMCA is certainly on the cutting edge of where we should be in helping kids and families and seniors to live stronger and better lives.
We know how to take an idea and bring it into the community slowly, purposefully, and permanently.
And so we've taken the past year since our last gala to really figure out where are those places and spaces that we can get into, make an impact, and really start to improve the mental health of the people that rely on our Y every single day. And so one of the greatest investments our Y's made in 2023 is bringing on our Executive Director of Mental Wellness. We need the quarterback to teach us as a team of how to deploy our resources and our focus. I believe we found an extraordinary talent in Ranjiv.
With the generosity that we received from Chris and Sean and all the folks from the last gala, we've been able to not just hire a position, but know that that position is in place and stable for 5 years.
Well, I think we all know that the Y has been this institution for so many decades. And the community base, the members, the participants are already in place. And the infrastructure is in place as well. Plus the leadership's commitment to mental wellness is clear. And I feel like we are very well poised to take this on and do some amazing things.
We've spent the past year really thinking about where do we want to invest our time and our resources and our energy and attention. And there are 4 distinct areas that have surfaced. The first is better supporting our behavior technicians and our inclusion specialists. Second bucket for us is really supporting our staff. That's through training and through the Employee Assistance Program. The third is the community education piece. Part of that is being this bold organization that we want to be and that we strive to be, to talk about stigma and challenges and to start that community dialogue. And then the last bucket for us really stems around how do we support parents who have a child with us in licensed childcare.
Every summer, 5,000 children come to have an incredible summer camp experience. But they bring with them the same mental health challenges that they have all year. And our camp staff need and deserve even greater support and resources.
Camp staff have so many demands on them. They are greeting a camper at the start of the day, they're helping them transition to activities that maybe they feel a little bit anxious or reticent about, and they're helping to respond to a camper who maybe is experiencing some sort of interpersonal challenges with peers. That's a lot for anybody, no matter how skilled or experienced you are.
The fact that the YMCA is now partnering with McLean and our school consultation service to think about how do we leverage what we know about building resilience and addressing mental health care with the YMCA. That's a fabulous partnership, and I think it's going to make not only a benefit for the kids and families, but I have a feeling that both McLean and the YMCA will be better for this partnership, which is really exciting.
We do everything at camp! We do everything!
Our camps run 10 weeks out of the summer. This past camp year, we had 750 behavior-related incidents. That is when our behavior techs are being deployed by our camp staff, a camp counselor, to say, I'm not equipped at this point to deal with this behavior. I need your help, guidance, experience, and support. 750 times over 10 weeks. And so we're reaching out and working with McLean Hospital to better support the day-to-day work that our inclusion specialists do.
When we think about training staff in different evidence-based strategies on how to respond to kids, we're talking through of how can you proactively catch it before it escalates, and if it is escalated, how can you very quickly react to the moment to try to help bring emotions down and think through a cope-ahead plan to help them engage the next day. This increases the minutes or hours that they're attending to those really positive experiences, because again, camp is about memory making, it's about forging new relationships, and it's about really feeling like you belong and there's a sense of community that's really rooting for you.
The next area of focus for us is really supporting our staff, who so many people in our community depend on and rely on for their own mental health.
They are asked to do so much, and we continue to try to grow and support and give them more resources. But ultimately, the biggest thing that they've dealt with is so many more kids have been developmentally delayed, so many families have been impacted, and it's created a greater challenge for them to really focus in on education without the additional support.
Moving forward, one of the big things that we're going to do is we are committing to youth mental health first aid certification for all of our camp staff and all of our school age staff. We will put them through a certificate program facilitated by a clinical partner so that they have the confidence and the baseline knowledge of how to de-escalate, to get things under control, and then to hook the right resources in at the right appropriate times. We're going to train hundreds and hundreds of staff and give them this amazing tool. The third is the community education piece. So this bold aspiration of bringing in an A-list celebrity into our community to talk about the stigma and to talk about mental health, and then the pragmatical day-to-day pieces of support groups, extra mind-body classes for our membership. We need to change the dialogue.
We've got to redefine mental health as truly equivalent to physical health issues.
The vocabulary is out there in the world, but yet there is still stigma. There's so much shame and judgment, and it's hard for people to access resources. And I'm very hopeful about our potential here to change that.
The last component is in licensed childcare, bringing in licensed mental health clinicians to work with families when their child is displaying or exhibiting pretty severe behaviors. We know what it can be like for a parent to see their child struggle and to be told, you're gonna have to wait 5 or 6 months to see somebody. So to accomplish supporting all of our families in our education programs, we are looking to hire upwards of 4 mental health clinicians, licensed clinicians who have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree in that field. And that's what parents want. They want to know that they have that outlet and that bridge to get their kids the treatment and support that they need. We're already doing so much of this work, and we have an ambition to take it up to the next level and do a bit more. because we know it works. We've been at our best when we think big, when we think bold, and we think, why not?